The African Regional Labour Administration Centre ARLAC tripartite workshop on a conducive environment for sustainable enterprise is currently underway in Harare, Zimbabwe, with the purpose to improve the skills of participants to analyze, design and implement programs for reforming and improving the business environment for small enterprise development. There are 3 Namibians attending this workshop, 1 representative from the trade unions, 1 from government and 1 representing the employers. Now joining us is the Training Liaison Officer from the Namibia Employers Federation, Elizabeth Nouses, who is representing Namibia from the employer side. Elizabeth, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Nina, and good evening to all the Namibians at large.
Elizabeth, the workshop started the day before yesterday. What are some of the issues that have been covered in the workshop thus far?
Yes, the workshop officially started on Monday, and some of the issues that have been covered thus far is transitioning the informal economy into a formal economy, the cooperative and the stationary economy, green jobs that we'd like to see in Africa, as well as in the global platforms, the ILO approach and regional priorities, as well as value chains and market systems that we'd like to see in Namibia, and women in development as well.
And what impact does this workshop have on Namibia and its labor relations?
It actually has a lot of impact. The Namibian Employers Federation already did a survey in conjunction with the ILO in 2017, and we already did the survey on enabling sustainable environment in Namibia. And there were recommendations and there were outcomes which were not implemented until now. And the workshop will help us to take off from where we left with this survey and to see how we can actually strengthen our policies and our systems, our labor systems in Namibia, and how we can actually start working into transitioning the informal economy into a formal economy, which is the most vital subject matter that we have been discussing at this workshop.
As I mentioned earlier, you're representing Namibia from the employer's side. Talk to us about how you have contributed or are going to contribute to the workshop.
As employers, we are actually labeled as enemies. And I always say that we are a team. We need to unite as employers, the government, and the trade unions in order for us to strengthen our social dialogue, in order for us to stand together and work together. And only through this, we will be able to transition this informal economy into a formal economy, as well as create an environment which will be sustainable for businesses. So my aim here is actually to work together with the other tripartite parties and to strengthen our relationship.
Elizabeth, why are small and medium enterprises so important to the Namibian economy?
They're actually the backbones of any economy. It's not just for Namibia, but any African country or any country at large, because this economy, this business is actually, it seems like they are not paying taxes or they are not contributing towards the economy, but actually in a way, by using suppliers, by using our wholesalers, our retail outlets, by employing other people, they are actually contributing towards our economy. And in the future, we are very hopeful that they'll actually become registered businesses. Some are already registered businesses. It's just that they fall into the scale of small and medium enterprises. And these businesses, some already pay taxes, which is contributing towards our GDP. And without them, there cannot be any economy. We need them. They are a critical part of our economy.
How will the outcome from this workshop, Elizabeth, be shared with relevant stakeholders?
Usually, after such workshops, we would write reports and then we share this reports with our stakeholders. And then we try to meet up with the tripartite parties again, just so we can see how we can implement some of the topics or subjects that were covered. And we hope to see this as well. Like to engage stakeholders and the nation at large, because only if we educate each other and stand together and work together, we will reach to the outcome of this workshop.
Elizabeth Nouses, thank you so much for your time this evening. Thank you for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Thank you for having me.